Florian and Florian had made a summary of the biggest mistakes we made in church planting. And then this was, I think, one of the strongest input we had on the conference. Because they could see we are normal guys, we make mistakes. And God laughs. God loves if we make mistakes. When we make mistakes, we are learners. If we don't make mistakes, we are no more learners.
You don't do anything if you don't make mistakes.
And if you, yeah.
That's a big mistake.
Yeah, this is the biggest mistake.
You mentioned that things are often done in a way that's not reproducible. Maybe you can share that briefly.
There's things that are not reproducible.
You mentioned that oftentimes people do things that cannot be reproduced, which, just maybe some examples.
Aha. No, it's more the point, if you do it, it will not reproduce if you don't give others the possibility to do it and to make the mistakes. I think everything, sometimes it's a question of calling. There are different levels, so it's not all the things, I can't reproduce all things in other people. I can reproduce myself in other people. What I have, I can reproduce, but not everything. Pelle.
One thing is with the worship, keep the things simple. So if you always have in your celebrations, once a month we meet as different house churches, if you have this perfect worship all the time, you can't reproduce it because you won't have the musicians. So I love perfect worship, but we keep the worship very, very, very simple. Everyone should do the worship actually. Yeah. So that's one.
So Pelle.
Keep it simple. That's a key for reproduction.
Yeah. So Pelle said, I will. That's in on the. So Pelle said that keep it simple. For example, in worship, we are used to a worship with a lot of instruments and big possibilities and bands. But if you are on the field, you have not the instruments, you have not anything. So if we do it very simple, it's reproducible, and otherwise it's not. So everything, if you prepare a meal, you can make very complicated, and you can make it very easy. But you have to consider, is it reproducible? Is it possible that my child or my son, my spiritual son, my daughter, can do it by her own?
Yes.
And if it's not, forget it. Yeah. And this is, for you, it's the challenge, because you have to consider the things I do. Is it possible for the others that they can learn and do it? Is this enough, Kobe? It's not too much time, but in this direction. So, yeah. Or you always have in mind, you are a model for the coming community or congregations. And if you're modeling very good, overcome circumstances, we had it yesterday. If you have to go to the shop and buy things, it has to, sometimes it's hard or it takes it a lot of time. How can we make it very simple and easy? Perhaps it's good if you live in a family or in an apostolic family, you say, let's make this one of us, of the team, he is responsible to go one in the week to go and make the shoppings, for example. I don't know if it's possible here, perhaps it's not, but we think like this, because we live very close together, so if I go shopping, or my wife, we call the others and say, do you need anything? And then give me your list, I will bring the things, and afterwards you give me the money. So, but this makes life much more easier. How do we handle our children? It's also something. So, how can we meet as a family that it's for the children good, and not that they will be apart, but that it's also not a problem for us? if the children if you have little children, it's not always easy, because then the one cries and the others, and then we have the meeting there because the child is always crying. And so you see, because the parents have to be at the home, so, but the other have also a family, and their children, they have to look for someone who looks for the children, and then these are all practical things, and there you can consider what is the most easiest way to live it. Simple. As simple as possible. And also all the church stuff. Yes, if it's simple, people can live it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I work in North Africa. The people don't have what we have here.
Yeah.
So it must be very easy for them. They don't have bread. Yeah, if you make a supper, what will you take then? They don't have wine to make. Yeah. So you have to find a way that it's in their culture. It's something that is very precious. So we took water, because they have not a lot of water, so it was very precious. But you see, there are the problems we have worldwide when we work in different cultures. And it must be as simple for the people that they can do it by their own. Then it's an example.